and welcome back to another vlog. I'm excited for this one because it's trip announcement. I guess firstly it's probably fair to say that the trip that we've actually booked wasn't what we were actually planning on booking. We had Japan firmly in our sights. I had an itinerary, I had a plan, I had the costings, and I have to be honest and say I had a bit of a wobble, and I don't know if it's just because of where my head is at the minute, and this menopause anxiety is not a joke, but I had a last minute wobble, and I don't know, I think the thought of going to a place we've never been to before, having to cross their country because we were planning on doing Universal and Disney, obviously the language barrier, we don't speak a lick of Japanese, I don't know, it just threw me off. And I thought, you know what, for our first trip after everything, I wanted something easy and familiar. So Japan has been bumped, but it's still firmly on the list. It's like the top of the list, and we are doing something a little more familiar and comfortable. Just right now it's what I need. So what are we doing? The attire probably gives it away somewhat. We are heading back to Florida, yay! And this is going to be our first family trip back to Florida in a year, and it will be our first like full Disney trip in maybe 15-18 months. So it is all about the Disney. We have been doing lots of Universal. We've had Universal annual passes, and obviously we love it. The boys love it, but I just wanted to be in that Disney bubble. I want all the magic. So it is just going to be a Disney trip. So we are heading to Florida in May. It's half term for Oscar. He gets 2 weeks in May, which is perfect. We're going to be there for 2 weeks, and it's just all about the Disney. So details, the first week is on property. We are staying at All Star Movies. We did look at other options because Animal Kingdom Lodge bucket list, it is up there, but the prices, just couldn't do it this time. So All Star Movies. We did also look at Pop because we loved the Skyliner, but again the price difference, I just thought, you know what, for that price buses will do. So we're staying at All Star Movies. We've not even got a preferred room. I think the prices were just so much. We've DIY'd it, so let me know if you want me to make a video on how I've done that and the prices that we've paid. But yeah, All Star Movies for the first 6 days, I think it is, maybe 7. We've got 14-day Disney tickets, and we're just going to love being in that magical bubble for that first week. And then we're booked to go back on the Disney Wish, and I'm so excited. If you've been following along with this channel for a while, our first Disney cruise was on the Staycations, the Magic at Sea, in 2021, and we've never looked back since. We have done the Magic, the Wish, and we did the Dream last year. We're also booked for the Treasure, which I'll talk about like closer to that time, and obviously you've got the Fantasy coming to the UK as well in 2025. So all the cruising, love it, love exploring the ships, and if we can tick all of those off our list, we'll be very happy bunnies indeed. So for the second part of our trip, we are on the 3-night Disney Wish cruise, which is going to Nassau and Castaway, and we're very excited because we loved Castaway. We just thought it was idyllic. And Nassau, if you watched that trip vlog from 2022 on Halloween at the High Seas, we didn't actually get off at Nassau because we wanted to explore everything that the ship has to offer. But given that this is our second time, we're gonna get off. We have booked an excursion. We have booked the pirate excursion. So I'm a little bit apprehensive about that because we get seasick standing in a puddle. Luckily on the cruise ships we're fine, I think, because of the size of them, the stabilizers. We've had a couple of iffy moments, but nothing major. But it is those little bouncy ships that have us hanging off the side. I recall, I think we did something, was it in Portugal or Spain, somewhere like that, and I was green, not only green for the duration of the excursion, but for like a full 24 hours after. It was awful. So we'll definitely need to prepare for that one with seasickness tablets and sea bands. But that will take you around like the coastal area of Nassau, like the port area, on a themed replica pirate ship. So how fun is that? That should also be Pirate Day, so we'll obviously get the opportunity to dress up when we get back on board, the fireworks, so can't wait for that day. And it gives us a option of exploring Nassau a little bit more than we did last time by looking at it through the window. And what else on the cruise? For Castaway, we are going to try for the kayak. So our friends Sarah and Lauren, they did a Disney Wish trip last year and they booked the kayaks and said it was actually like incredible. I've not had much luck with that so far. The 2 is available and we obviously need a 3rd. And even though I think Oscar can go on that with an adult, it's not giving me the option to book it like that, so I might need to speak to someone. But if that doesn't happen, that's fine. We'll just explore Castaway. Not the 5k this time, not doing that. We've done it once, we got the medal, that's enough. But we are very excited to be back on Disney Cruise Line. And also just to note, we have booked this through a travel agent, our friend Maria, who is the owner of 1901 Main Street, and I'm actually now an ambassador for her. We booked it through Maria. It doesn't cost us any more to do with the travel agent. There's no extra fees or anything. We've made sure that we've got the same price that we would have booked if we'd done it ourselves. But obviously it's just helpful having a travel agent there to sort out all the bits and bobs for us, do our transfers, which we've booked. So we're going to use the Disney transfer option. I will pop her details in the description box. She's a very close friend. I wouldn't recommend it if it's not something we've done ourselves. So if you mention me, Anni Stores, at the time of the booking, then it just lets her know that you've been referred through this video and I get a little kickback. It won't cost you any more. But yes, we're excited. And I'm also excited to be an ambassador for 1901 Main Street. And then when we got off the ship, we're then heading back to Disney for the latter part of the trip. I think that's just 5 nights, and we're going to go back to All Star Movies because again the price, we couldn't beat it, and we're going to be staying again on property and making the use of the 14-day tickets for that latter half of the trip, the latter third of the trip. So obviously we've been in planning mode then. We have been thinking about our dining reservations, which I'll probably make a separate video on. But we have our favourites that we love to do, but we don't want to have the same trip every time, which then makes it, you know, quite tricky to find the balance, I think, because we love doing all the things that we've enjoyed and experienced before, but equally we want like new experiences. So for dining, we have got some new things on the list that we're really keen to try, and also Disney recently announced that 1900 Park Fair is going to be back open again, and we haven't done that since 2019, and it's going to be very different because there's different character mix, so we're keen to look at that one. And then we want to just try some other things. I think Boma is one that I want for breakfast. I've seen that a lot in other people's vlogs and it looks incredible, so I want to try that. The boathouse, we've again seen that in other people's vlogs, and those little rubber ducky cocktails look super cute. So there are a few things we want to try, so we just need to kind of finalise and get booked in, and then I can share more details with you. And then for the parks themselves, We've got new Epcot fireworks, the Luminous show, which we're super excited to experience because we just love fireworks. And I think the Epcot ones, I mean, obviously Happily Ever After, or Enchantment as it was, are just incredible. Always love those. But the Epcot ones, I think, are stunning. I think because they take inspiration from the countries, and it's a bit more like subtle, I think. So yeah, we love that. Can't wait for that. There's the new Moana area at Epcot as well. Big Moana fan, and I can't wait to see what that looks like. I've seen, you know, lots of reels and TikToks and things of that, and it just looks stunning, so we can't wait for that. And we are keeping our fingers very, very, very tightly crossed that Oscar's favourite ride, which was Splash Mountain, rethemed into Tiana's Bayou, which is incredible. We love, big fans of Tiana in this house. And it is set to open in summer 2024. But at the time of filming this, we have seen that they are doing sort of cast member previews, which surely suggests that in the next couple of months that's going to be available. That's what we're really, really hoping for. Really hoping for it, because I love the idea of that retheme, and from what we've seen so far it looks incredible. So if we can get a new ride, we'll be very happy with that as well. And I think because we're going to be in the Disney bubble, like we have been on our Florida trips, we've been kind of branching out and doing some more like off-site-y things. But with the price of Disney at the minute, for both the resorts and the tickets and everything in between, I think we're going to probably stay a bit more in the bubble this time. Because it's costing us a lot to go, obviously. So we want to kind of eke out every moment of it, because I don't think we're doing another Walt Disney World trip for a while. So yeah, it might be not our last chance for a while, but you know what I mean. It might be like the a fewer chance, if that makes sense. So I want to stay in the bubble, soak up all that magic, and just enjoy it. And there'll be time and maybe trips, hopefully, at some point to do all the other off-site things that we love to do in Florida. But for this one, we're very much staying where we are, I think. So we're going to be flying from Manchester Airport, Terminal 2, which is our favourite to fly from. We're going to be flying with Aer Lingus. Again, we do the price comparisons. You've got Aer Lingus, you've got Virgin, and TUI, which I experienced on the March trip. And yeah, they're all great carriers, happily travel with any one of them, but it's just got to be all about the price. Now Aer Lingus we actually booked in the January sale, so we got a good deal on that. And we just look forward to that airport experience. It's so nice, isn't it, when you're kind of on your way and feeling excited again. And working at the airport, looking out the window, seeing everyone going on their holidays is fantastic. But I am always thinking, oh, when's it our turn? So yeah, flying into MCO, which is great, obviously well located, and it will be the new Terminal C, which is always fantastic. We've never had any issues there. It's always a breeze to get through, so quite happy with that. What else am I missing? Am I missing anything else? Oh, transfers for Disney Cruise Line. We've booked with Disney, and what we found on our 2022 trip is it gives you the added benefit of not having to book that port arrival time, because they bus you, so you just go through when you land, essentially. I think that's actually a great perk, because obviously it just means you get more time on the ship, because you're normally there a little bit earlier. And for a short 3-day trip, you kind of want to eke out every minute that you're on that beautiful cruise ship. So we'll be doing our transfers with Disney, and they weren't that bad. I think the price was not ideal. The price is quite high, but really if you think about that compared to like a Lyft or an Uber, there's probably not much in it. But obviously you get the benefit of it all being booked through Disney, and like I say, that no need to book for the port arrival time, which is perfect. But yeah, that is the trip, and we just can't wait now. We are very much on the countdown. Our last trip was in August of last year on the Disney Dream Cruise, which was wonderful. We were there with family and yeah, it was lovely. So we can't wait to be back in the Disney bubble, on the Disney Cruise Line. Just what we need, I think. So yes, I will try and vlog a couple more things, maybe about outfits, maybe about our dining. If you want a pricing one, let me know. But we can just start to get excited about it now. Very excited. So any questions, just drop them down below. And if you do want to see anything else, just let me know. But no, thanks for watching. We can't wait to share some trip vlogs again with you all. And we're just very much looking forward to it. So we'll see you again soon. Bye.